Hi, this is Mori. I'm an associate realtor at Vista Sotheby's International Realty. And today, sitting next to me, we'll be talking to Joe Franklin, who is currently serving as a city council member, soon to be mayor of Manhattan Beach. Along with his wife and 2 kids, he is a longtime resident of Manhattan Beach. Joe spent many years in the field of higher education, selling various technological products for several companies as a sales executive, regional director, regional sales manager, and vice president of sales. More recently, he served as senior investment associate here in the South Bay, specializing in commercial properties. Welcome, Joe.
Yeah, hi, Maury.
Okay, so let me start with my first question.
You left out the part that we've known each other for quite a while.
We have known each other for a while. Our kids played in kiddie sports over the years, and I contributed to your council member.
Oh,
did you know that?
Great.
I gave you money, baby.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, all right, Joe. I could never do what you're doing. It's not me, but I think you're enjoying this. So, do you enjoy being a politician, and how has becoming a council member affected your life?
Oh, sure. Yeah. Well, I appreciate that. A lot of people say that to me about how could you ever do it.
I know.
I think what really helped me is that I'm the 9th child of 10.
Oh.
So when I came along, I was a tiebreaker. There was 4 boys and 4 girls, and then I was the tiebreaker and became the 5th boy. So, and then my younger sister was born later. So that really teaches you a lot
Yes.
in terms of getting along with people. I fondly say, when I talk to people, I say, I'm the 9th child of 10. There's nothing that's been said or done to me that hasn't been said or done already. Okay. So I think it's made me an optimistic person. I think it's made me a person who listens and hears the other side, because at our dining room table, there were a lot of different sides to different issues that were going on. So I think it's been a great help. And, I really enjoy it. That you get around and talk to people who you've known for 30 years, other people that are new to the city. The other thing I ask people is, what was your Manhattan Beach moment? In other words, when was that one moment when you learned, or you came to Manhattan Beach and you learned and decided you were going to move here? And you really get some of the sweetest answers. And mine was one day, I saw the sign on the 405 freeway that said Beach City, Beach City's this exit.
Yeah.
So I took it down. I went down Manhattan Beach Boulevard, went over the crest of Pacific. I saw the ocean. I saw the roundhouse. I parked my car down there and walked on the pier and looked to the north, and looked to the south. And I was here a week later. It has just been, an astounding experience. And I wouldn't trade it for anything. Done a lot of traveling and know a lot of the United States and also other countries. And while they're fun to visit,
It's hard to beat Manhattan
This
Beach,
is the place to live.
Yeah, I agree with you. All right, so which of your accomplishments as a council member made you the proudest, and which made you the most frustrated?
So it's really a collection of events that have happened and matters that have been brought to council that I find the most interesting. I think personally, for me, it's probably the matters that affect our residents the most. Learning about fees that are charged, learning about zoning that can be harmful to residents and trying to change those things. Learning just what makes a better quality of life. I really can't pinpoint one, because it's just, like I said, it's been this collage of different things that I'm glad I was on council in order to help influence and bring those forward. Police, security. We voted to bring seven more policemen because of the things that have been happening. Fire department, we just consummated a 3-year agreement with the fire department. It was a rigorous process for both sides, but I knew that we could come to some sort of agreement, and we did. That's very, very satisfying because the fire department is a very personal thing to people.
Yeah.
You know, we've heard from residents, you saved my husband's life, you saved my child's life. We called, my daughter Taylor when she was an infant, and having trouble breathing.
Yeah.
And there's that, literally that lifeline. So you want to be able to have a robust and healthy fire department. So I was very pleased to be part of that process.
Was there anything that frustrates you? Anything that...
Well, I wouldn't call it frustrating. There are some things that, I didn't vote and it passed. So on the city council, there's 5 members. So in order to get a majority for something, you have to get at least 3. We strive to get, a unanimous vote, but people are different, right?
Yes,
People bring different things to council, and I understand that. And sometimes, I prevailed. And sometimes it didn't, but it's that's the reason for the council and the council meetings and publishing the agenda. The week before it comes out, typically the Thursday before the city council meeting on Tuesday. The first and third Tuesdays are city council members, our council meetings, and so we love it when the residents read that and see and get passionate and write to us. It gives us a really good indication of what's going on, and there's some issues that sort of tear, one way or the other. But I can honestly say that I voted my conscience. I voted what I feel was best for the residents of Manhattan Beach. You get elected by some, but you're governing for all.
Yes.
So,
okay, let me get to real estate a little bit.
Sure.
The real estate laws have changed drastically recently in California to accommodate the state's claim that there's a shortage of housing, and it's affected cities everywhere. Can you tell us how Manhattan Beach adapted to these changes?
Well, it's interesting because we're still in the process of adapting. Sacramento has sort of gone on an all-out war against single-family residences.
Yes.
I was attending a meeting online, and there were not flattering things that were said about single-family residence zoning. So we want to protect that. Let's go back to, I've been here 40 years. I mentioned my moment. You probably have your moment.
Yes.
We came here. Things changed. We understand that. The city today sort of looks like, it was before. There have been changes, mostly good. When residents come to me and say, hey, I remember Manhattan Beach 50, 60 years ago, and I don't like the changes that are happening. And I say, well, do you realize when you were here 50, 60 years ago, there were people in Manhattan Beach that didn't like
saying the same thing. Yeah.
Some of those changes. So you have to evolve. You need local control in order to do that. And Sacramento, the frustrating thing is they're taking away local control.
Yes.
From us. So, some things are particularly troubling, like SB 9 and SB 10. SB 9, and allows you to subdivide a single-family residence without regards to parking requirements and other needs. So they're looking to increase this density. I don't know what they're saying when how many hundreds of thousands are leaving.
Yes.
California for whatever reason. I can understand. My son, is living in North Carolina, and he's found his paradise there. I got to remember that my dream is not my kid's dream.
Yes.
My dream was, this is such a great place, and it still is, and I'm grateful that they grew up here. In fact, I'm jealous they grew up in Manhattan Beach. I didn't grow up in such a great town like this, and they did.
Yeah.
So they proudly call themselves Manhattan Beach natives, even if they're not going to, be living here. But he's found his way in North Carolina. He's just about to separate from the Marine Corps after about 11 and a half years.
Oh, wow.
He got a great job there. He was in avionic electronics, and he was able, through the GI Bill, thank you for your federal tax dollars.
Yes,
we appreciate that. The GI Bill to purchase a 4-bedroom, 3-bath home on an acre and a half for what is essentially a rounding error for us here in Manhattan Beach. But that's his paradise. He loves fishing. He loves camping. The kids are having a great time. They're thriving there. So we want to preserve what we have here.
So how are we doing that?
I would say there are some clouds on the horizon. I won't get into the alphabet soup of the various,
Yeah.
ordinance, laws that are being passed down, and the state commissions or the state departments that are overseeing this. But let's just say they're really serious about this. I think it's misguided. I'm going to fight as hard as I can. I pushed back on some major development here in town because I just didn't feel it was the proper thing to have, particularly in that location.
But we lost that one.
And I lost that one.
We lost that one, yeah.
Right, we lost that one. But, that isn't to say that we can't continue. And ultimately, things are going to end up in court and probably the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
And we'll see how it all shakes out. But just know that I and other members of the council are really fighting hard, pushing back hard.
Yes, I saw that. All right, Joe, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
And good luck when you become mayor next year. Right?
Terrific. I look forward to it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to having Mayor Joe.
There you go. Hey, give a call.
Bye, everybody. Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much. Nice to meet you all.
That's it. That was
All right.
great.
Yeah.
That was great.
Thank you.